Hello guys, Wahoo here, back with another video, this time around with the next event we got going on in Trove. We just finished up Sunfest, of course. It's still going on Switch, but there, of course, you are going to get this. If you're playing on Switch, you will get this event as soon as the Sunfest event is over. Then you'll get this one, and you will be keeping up as we go along, because you will catch up at some point. But we got 15 quest steps for this one right here. It's called the Elysian Initiative. I'm pretty sure hopefully I'm not butchering too much, but it is a new event, and this is actually the longest event we've ever had, besides we just had the Sunfest. But 15 quest steps is actually the longest we've ever had. Before 14 was the previous record, now we're on 15, so maybe we're getting a little bit more quest steps going into the next ones. Well, I wouldn't get my hopes up too much. I don't think we're gonna hit 31 quest steps as we did in the Sunfest as well, but we got 15 quest steps in this one right here. There is no 15 days, or not 15, 14 days, is it? 14 days of daily adventures, of course. The Chaos Chest today and all that stuff, and double XP potions on Saturdays and all that stuff. I think it's just, you know, they just had the maintenance, so I think they're just kind of figuring stuff out. There's probably like a ton of people that's already like reported to them, so we'll probably see it tomorrow and going forward from that. So we might get an extra day or something like that. But anyways, I just wanted to let you know that I haven't completed it. It's just not there at the moment, but we just had maintenance, so they might have just missed out on it and not turned it on or whatever. Kind of, I think it's just a turn on thing. I'm not sure exactly, but it's probably gonna be there at some point, at least I hope so. But anyways, this was not the most of what the guide here is for. It is, of course, for different quest steps. So let's jump into step number 1. All right, so for step number 1, all we have to do is go to the hub. And I also want to mention this. I didn't mention this in the intro, but I'm just gonna mention it here really quickly. We did not get this event before the maintenance were over, so they kind of changed that. So they didn't get like some of the event and then, you know, maintenance and then, you know, more of the quest. So they wanted to wait until here to get it. So I just wanted to clear that up, because usually it starts whenever resets happens, you know, and it didn't do it at that time. So yeah, but this is step number 1, and all we have to do is go ahead and talk to Tauri. I think that's the quartermaster at least. Going to talk to Tauri, and that's going to complete you step number 1. Oh, I'm very excited to what all this is going to be. But that's step number 1. Just go ahead and talk to the quartermaster in the Trove hub, and you complete step number 1, and we get into step number 2. All right, so for step number 2, we are just going to go ahead to the quartermaster back again, and we are going to need some of these soul, as it's actually how you say sun in Danish, actually. So soul seals and some enchanted wood and some sharp stone. So how are you going to get this here, right here? You are going to find it during the event here in 1-star dungeons. So you can't craft it right now, but you do have to go out there and get you some of this soul, and you can then craft one of these. So I'm gonna go out there, get me some soul, some sunshine, and I could be back when we can craft this again. All right, so I have my soul now, and I am going to go to the quartermaster and of course craft myself the emblem. Actually, you can only craft 20 of these items a day. I'm not sure what they're going to do, but I'm pretty sure it's something where you're kind of fighting some enemies we're going to need for some of the other ones as well. I do want to mention that you can of course get these from 1-star dungeons, but you can also get them from random enemies that are around the mini bosses, as I call them. They're just random monsters that is a little bit stronger than regular monsters, but they're not inside dungeons. Those can also drop them, because it's sort of like a chest in themselves, and you of course get this soul from the chest when you're done the dungeons. And so for step number 2, all we have to do is craft the emblem, and that is going to be step number 2, and now we can head into step number 3. All right, so for step number 3, all we have to do is go ahead and just defeat some enemies. It doesn't have to be anywhere specific. I would suggest you just go out there, do your normal lead dungeons. This is one of the bigger bosses, as I talked about, the mini bosses, and they're all over the place. They're both in this biome, but also other biomes as well. Let me just go ahead and defeat this enemy. As you can see, now I'm on 8, for example. Now I'm on 9. And these emblems right here does not have anything to do with you have to have them so you can defeat these enemies, and it counts towards this. This is for crafting a bunch of stuff. So I would just go out there and of course just do your normal dungeons. Don't go around, well, you can, but I would just go out there and do 1-star dungeons, because that's gonna give you some more soul, and you're gonna need that for crafting those emblems, so you can craft all of the stuff. Also, I want to mention this before it goes too far in this video. This one is going to be in your inventory. Keep it in your inventory. Do not put it in your personal chest, because if you put it in your personal chest, it is going to, of course, give a different ID. And then when it has a different ID, basically, if I throw this in here, I farm a little bit more soul, I try to put it in there, it's going to take up 2 slots in my inventory, because it changes ID, basically. So don't do that. Just keep it in your inventory. It's only going to take up 2 slots. I know if you don't have a lot of them, I know it's going to be a little bit annoying, but then you don't have so much in your personal either. So just keep it in your inventory. Unfortunately, it's not going to be under like event tab as it used to be. I'm not sure why they don't put it often in there anymore. It's going to be here. Maybe it's because it's easier to see and people kind of tend to forget to have it in here or whatever. But yeah. Just wanted to mention that to keep it in your inventory. But I'm gonna go out there and defeat 100 enemies while I'm just doing my regular dungeons, and I'll see you guys in step number 3. In step number 4, because this was step number 3. So see you in step number 4. Alright, so for step number 4, all we have to do is go back to the hub as we have defeated our 100 enemies, and we are going to do the Trial of Honor, which is just going to talk to the NPC right here in the hub, Lunar Knight Qubesly as well. So very kind of a reference to some old events as well. But I just want to mention this right now. You might see already here, oh, there's only one item or one recipe you can craft for this whole event. No, there's actually a couple of titles you can get right here, but you can also get one here. You can actually get one here. There's an ally right here. There's an ally right here as well. This is actually that ally that is right here. And also this guy has another thing you can mount, and this guy has an ally and also a pair of wings. So there is 5 different NPCs you have to craft at different. So it's just that they divided it into 5 instead of just having one NPC that had all of them. So it's just gonna have all of these, and it's gonna have these emblems that we talked about before, and it's gonna have some different crafting resources other than that as well. That is, of course, you can get off the marketplace, or you can get, of course, just farming it. Pretty simple. But that's why you want to make 20 of these if you can a day, or at least as many as you have for the soul. So that's why I said make sure you just go out there, do your 1-star dungeons, and you are going to have them. I'm not sure how many exactly you need, but it doesn't seem to have very many. You can see that was like 15, and there we got 5, and then 10, that's another 30. And then we got 7 here, so 37. So basically you can get done with this in 2 days if you are farming enough soul. But it does cost 50 or 60. Maybe that actually increases the cost. Let me see. Okay, so okay, so the cost do increase with 10 every single time. So I would do it just regularly. I wouldn't go too crazy. You have 14 days to do it, and you basically get done in 2 days if you just did all 20, right? So I know it's gonna be more and more expensive, but you can farm these endlessly just by doing 1-star dungeons. So some people might not be done, with all their 20 crafts of today, but I would just take it casually and then, wind up if you are going to have it. It's only 37, so it's not that many, but yeah. That was step number 4. Now we can head into step number 5. Alright, so for step number 5, all we have to do is complete a delve. So when it says complete a delve, I'm pretty sure it means only doing 1 floor, but it might also be 3. You just have to see if it completes after the first floor, then you are, done with that. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be the first floor. But when I say 3 floors, it's because that's when you get that shadowy, box, shadowy soul chest treasure one that you get, where you can get your Titan souls and Lunar souls and all that stuff in. But I'm pretty sure it's only going to be the one. But it says just complete a delve, so I'm pretty sure it just means 1 floor of the delve. So I'm going to try to do so. I signed up for the popular one because maybe I can help somebody. But if it takes too long, of course, I'm going to, jump into my own and just complete it very easily so we can move on. But I wanted to help some people if they're doing some public ones, so that's why I signed up for it. So we'll see if I get into that one or not. I'm just going to donate to do... Oh, there we go. Got into a public one, didn't even finish my thing. So I'm going to go help some people with their delve, and I'll see you guys in step number 6, because this was step number 5. So see you in step number 6. All right, so it just was one floor, but this is step number 6. All we have to do is go back to the hub and talk to a new NPC. I also think there are going to be NPCs for or quests for all of these. We actually lost an NPC here now. Oh my god. Okay, we maybe have to get that guy back. I don't know, but he's not there anymore, so I don't know what happened to him. But we are going to talk to Sir Windster Fay to complete step number 6. So not very much. I'm also. What I was thinking was that it might wanted to send you around to all the NPCs, so you kind of get to see all the NPCs, so you kind of know that there's some stuff from everyone. But yeah, that was step number 6. Not very much to it. Just go to the hub, talk to the NPC. So I'm gonna jump into step number 7. All right, so for step number 7, all we have to do is look for High Priestess Lunavic. I think that's how it says, Lunavic. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. But you are going to find in the Fey Wilds. So I wanted to show you guys right here. Down here is where is the most Fey Wilds, but you can go anywhere you want to. But as you can see, the NPC is right there. I spawned in actually right here. So I thought at first it was a dungeon boss, but it's not. It's just somebody you find. You can see there is, if I open up my character, you can see and get my mouse, you can see there's one guy right here, but there's also another guy up here. So I'm pretty sure it's pretty common, but if you are looking, if you're just going like randomly, if you're just going like over here to the prime worlds over here, it's going to be random which ones you are going to get. Of course, there's also other biomes in this one, but it has the most Fey Forest or Fire Wilds as it has. So all you have to do is go here, talk to this NPC right here. As you can see, boom, that is going to complete your step number 7. Not much more to that, but go and you are going to find it. So go here because that just has the most Fire Wilds, and you can get into this or get this step pretty quickly done. So yeah, just wanted to mention that as well. So that was step number 7. Now we get into step number 8. All right, so for step number 8, all we have to do is give the priest one of these called curing kits. And if you don't know what these are, I'm going to show you in this step as well how you are going to get a curing kit. But if you already know, if you already have some bunch of them, as you can see I have here, all you have to do for this step is just go ahead and craft it, and that's going to give you the Lunavic gratitude, which is of course the one that we are going to do for this step. But so if you already had one of these, that's how you complete it. Just go ahead and craft with the NPC. You can go ahead and do so. I'm pretty sure you can't do that as long. You might have the effect or something like that. I might have something. I can't get it right now, but that's not really the point of it. I'm going to show you now how you are going to get a curing kit. All right, so how are you going to get a curing kit if you don't already know? If you already know, you can just skip ahead to quest, or not quest number 9, but step number 9. I keep calling it quest number 9 instead of step number 9. But the point is that you go, of course, to your atlas. You go down here. You went to the Geode Sanctuary, which is right down here. You go right here, click this one and enter. Everybody can do that. You can also have this crystallology workbench in your club world or in your cornerstone if you can have it, if you want it there. If that is very possible, but this is just where it is going to be for everyone. So I'm going to go here, and as you can see right here, as a newbie, you don't even have to skill crystallology up, but I do have a a guide on my channel showing how you are going to get all the way to the end here, but everybody's going to have access to this one. So first of all, you can go ahead and craft yourself a curing kit, but there's some materials you might not have. If you don't have them, you can get them as well. I'll talk about that as well, but you can't get all of these on the marketplace, but you can also farm them yourself. But you need some Daydrop, some Glimstone, and also some Cave Kelp. And then you can go ahead and craft yourself one of these curing kits, and it's actually to help some of the critters in the caves. And how are you going to get these materials if you don't want them off your marketplace? Well, you are going to drop down and you are going to get them in these caves, and they are going to be plants all over the place. It's also going to be ores you are going to farm, and it's going to be tier 1 ores, so they are going to be right in the start, so you don't have to go very far to get them. So if you enter right here as I did, you can see there is these little bit of organic things, and there's also going to be ores as we are used to in the rest of the world as well. So this is kind of sort of a little mini game, but as you can see, there is different this one is of course not a one of those Daydrops. This is a sun sap, but you get them in all different places. So just go through these, and they're going to have different ones, and you are going to get them. You don't need very many of them. So when you've done that, you can basically head out and you can craft that one. But you can get it off the market pretty cheap because it's very old system. So you should have them as well. I think you're pretty sure you can also buy the curing kit on the marketplace, but that's at least how you are going to craft it. So that's how you're going to get your current kit. And then, of course, you have to go back to the Feywilds and, of course, find the NPC once again. But it's going to be pretty simple after that as well. So anyways, that was step number 8. Now we can head into step number 9. All right, so for step number 9, all we have to do is go back to the hub and talk to the quartermaster once again. So we're going to return and we are going to complete step number, what was it? Step number 9. So pretty simple, pretty easy to do so. So that was step number 9, very easy. Go back to the quartermaster in the hub and we can move on to step number 10. All right, guys, so for step number 10, you can see I already did it because I was kind of curious, because if you saw the video in the beginning, I actually had the trailer running for the, the event, and they showed you were underneath where Luxian is, where Dark Luxian actually is, and I thought it was something to do with Pinso, but I was kind of curious, why would they show that area? Doesn't make any sense, because step number 10 is a riddle where you have to find an NPC in the hub, and I was kind of like, I'm gonna go down there, check and see if it's Pinso or whatever it is, and I didn't really find out which one it was, but then I looked a little bit more and I saw the guy as well. So if I go down here to where, this is of course where Luxian is, and also below here is where Dark Luxian is. This is also where Pinso is doing all his funny business. And there is an NPC right here, Sir Jelly Bones. And all you have to do is go up to this one. It doesn't say anything, you have to interact with it, but you use your interact button. That's E for me. It can be anything for you. Whatever you use to, pick up items or use different things in the game. Basically just go up to the NPC where you have that, when you have this little bar thing up here, when you're close enough, you can see when over at Pinso's, if I stand here, I can't see, I'm pressing the button now, but if I go up here, it does say E to interact, right? Of course that opens up the menu, but it doesn't say right here, but you just hit the interact button again, and that is going to complete your step number 10. So very simple, but they actually kind of paid out that I actually, because I was looking at the riddle and I had no idea. I did see something about below and stuff like that, and then it kind of dawned on me that this was shown in the trailer, so it was like, why are they showing this area if it doesn't have any meaning for whatever's going on? But so I just took a chance and I took it and I found out. So pretty awesome. So that could actually be pretty awesome to see those trailers anyways, right? So anyways, that was the step number 10, and we can now head into step number 11. All right, so for step number 11, all we have to do is go ahead and talk to the NPC. Oh, the NPC is back. Okay. Oh, because of course Lunavic was out there in the wilds. Of course, that's why the Lunavic wasn't here in the hub. She was out there, or he or she was out there. But for step number 11, all we have to do is go ahead and talk to the lady right here, and that is going to, of course, complete us step number 11. So not very much to it, but that was actually kind of awesome. Of course, Lunavic would be gone because it's part of the quest. But anyways, now that was step number 11. Just talk to the NPC in the hub. You're already in the hub because of the riddle and all that stuff. So that's pretty simple. That was step number 11. Let's head into step number 12. All right, guys. So for step number 12, all we have to do is do some 3-star dungeons. These can be do anywhere you want to, but I do want to mention that you can do a little bit better if you do go to the Geo topside. Doesn't have to be anywhere, but Geo topside do have these, if I scroll in a little bit here and also use my mouse, they have these 5-star dungeons, and these 5-star dungeons basically has 2 3-star dungeons. They also have some 1-star dungeons inside of them, but they have 2 3-star dungeons in, so you only have to find 15 of these, and then you have all of them. Also, there is a bunch of regular 3-star dungeons, and usually they are in a pattern. If you don't know what the pattern is, I've talked about this before. Basically, you can see they're kind of in line. So basically what they do is do these cross things, where it's kind of like a cross, but they also go in a line. So if I go from this one and go straight this one, I should find one around here or so. It's not guaranteed. You can see they're not completely in line, but that's how they made it. They made it so basically there are these crosses and going from, from this top to this down here and then the other way around. So, and also it should be in a line as well. So that's how it works. And if you again go into these and you find these 2 3-star dungeons, so you only have to find 15, but I would just recommend you doing, your regular farming, whatever. And I missed completely, of course, the start thing as well, because of course it is right up here. So I missed that one. But yeah, basically you just have to find the 3-star dungeons inside of these ones. They can be sometimes a little bit hard to find, but they're not impossible. As you can see here, if I could defeat the enemy. There you can see now I'm on 3 out of 30 of these. So again, you only have to find 3 of these, or 15, sorry. You can also do the regular ones if you want to, but if you can't go to Geo topside, then you can just go and find your regular dungeons. They are all over the place. Of course, not very beginning, but they're out there. So just a bunch of 3-star dungeons. So I'm gonna go ahead and farm the rest of it in here in Geo topside and get my 33-star dungeons done. But there's just kind of a little bit of a trick that you can go to Geo topside, but you can farm these anywhere you want to. So I'm pretty sure the last one should be right up here. Of course, this does help that I do have a radar on. Does help finding these guys, but if you know the dungeons, you should also find them pretty quickly as well. So yeah, anyways, that was going to be step number 12. I'll see you guys in step number 13. Alright guys, so for step number 13, we have to just return to our good friend, the quartermaster right here, and that is going to complete step number 13. Not very much to it other than just going to the hub, talking to the quartermaster itself. So that was step number 13. Let's jump into step number 14. Alright, so for step number 14, we have to do 3 daily quests, and they are from the NPCs over there. As you can see, I picked them up already. It is complete a delve, so it's complete 1 floor of delve. Doesn't have to be, it can be any floor you want to. You can go to a public one, whatever you want to. Complete 1 delve, and that's also going to give you an emblem, which is super awesome. Then you have to complete 10 3-star dungeons, so that one takes a little bit longer, but you still get an emblem for it. And also you defeat 100 enemies as we did very first in the beginning. So this one is super simple, and you can probably do it with the delve and also do it with the 3-star dungeon as well. So we do have the 3 daily quests we have to do, so we are going to do all 3. And we are going to see you guys. I'm going to do a delve, I'm going to do some 3-star dungeons, and I'm going to do some enemies, and we're going to complete step number 14. So I'll see you guys in step number 15. All right, so for step number 15, we are going to talk about, of course, the last step in here, and all you have to do is go ahead and talk to our good friend, the quartermaster, and yeah, there you go. That is going to remember or get you the last one. So you can, of course, get these as well. I'm not sure if these are temporary, but I'm pretty sure they're not. So yeah, you can get these 2 titles as well. Of course, you can craft some more of these ones as well. I got to about 360 about these, so I can probably like make most of these things already. But the point is that you actually only have to make 3 of these 3 emblems. Of course, you get 3 for just doing, your daily quest. So that you can do, or you can, of course, just craft some more. So you are able to get pretty much all of these pretty quickly to get all the different items that you want to do. So I'm not going to do, usually I do like which ones are worth doing, but all of these are basically worth doing because they're so simple to get if you just do your daily quest, or if you just, go around, do your daily your routine, your star bar, whatever, you are going to have enough of these soul things to craft emblems, and you also again get some few of them through the quest line. So I would definitely recommend you to do everything you can to get all the different allies, and of course mounts and stuff like that. Of course, mounts and wings always gives more, so of course this one wings gives a little bit more mastery. This of course gives some more mastery. So I would definitely say that all of them is worth doing. So take your time with it, just do your regular, and you are going to complete this one as well. Why is there a pinto right up here? Oh wow. Okay, so you can actually also buy, I did not see that. Oh, there's actually some legacy stuff as well. Holy moly, I did not know there was any of that. Okay, so, okay, there's a daily craft. Okay, there is daily, you can do 5 of these. Okay, can I do, you can do 5. Okay, I'm gonna do, okay. Change of plans. Okay, so you can make 1 of these. Is that gonna increase the price? It's not going to increase the price. Okay, so you definitely want to get enough of these every single day to get all of these. I'm gonna do the same with the deep cores as well. So definitely going to, so there's also some Bound Brilliance, there's also some Dragon Coins, there's also some cores as well. Super awesome. I am going to go ahead and of course craft the rest of these as well. So I definitely want to get these as well. So that is super awesome. And of course there is, I can see there is some stuff here that is missing as well. I am not sure if any of these This ally is pretty okay. It does give a nice magic find and also gives some nice amount of light. But that's about it. So, but yeah, definitely get a bunch of these things. Of course, also the new stuff in there. Get the titles. I'm going to go ahead and craft a title as well. Doesn't give any mastery, but might as well to get them just because I can. But I'm not going to go ham crafting these every single day. But yeah, we'll see. I'm definitely going to craft this every single day. That is for sure. And it is a daily reset. So definitely going to get the souls. Stuff awesome. Absolutely awesome. So for sure, get yourself, go crazy, farm a bunch of these things. But it does increase the price of these. So keep that in mind when you are doing it. So craft a little bit every day. Don't go crazy and craft all 20 today. But, you know, we have 14 days. So you should be able to get all of these things that you do want. So yeah, make sure you do daily quest, all that stuff. So that's super awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys very soon, and I'll take care, all that stuff. And again, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.